Hello everyone, I'm Vikram P. Maduri here. Welcome to Softech. And in this session, we are going to discuss about a couple of interview questions that are very important for us to attend the interviews as well as for the project perspective as well. And this is my part one of this interview question and answers, and let's start with it. Now, what are the steps for migration project? Migration from SAP ECC 6.0 to SAP S4 HANA 1909 is what I'm assuming. So in this case, we have to first do the identification of source data dictionary, where from the data is coming, identification of target data requirement, where the target data dictionary been in place, finalizing the technique of data loading, mapping of source to target, mapping document with gaps, resolution of data gaps by applying business rules, preparation of test plan and data to be used for unit testing, finalizing validation and reconciliation strategy before uploading the data count, some specific fields should be checked against some control file reconciliation, and after uploading the data loaded into SAP tables should be validated against the source file. Now, development, we have data conversion program, developing the validation and reconciliation report, integration testing, check for the completeness of the entire data flow, volume testing to check the performance, and transport into the production. So these are the most important steps in a migration project. And we can discuss about each of this in a detailed session later point of time. But these are the things you have to know before attending for the interview. Anywhere, whether you are a fresher, whether you are an experienced guy, all the interview questions which I'm consolidated here are important for every one of us throughout the world. Now, what is SAP S4 HANA? SAP S4 HANA is the next generation business suite. It is a new product fully built on most advanced in-memory platform today. SAP HANA and modern design principles with SAP Fiori user experience. Now, why SAP S4 HANA? SAP S4 HANA delivers massive simplifications, customer adoption, data model, user experience, decision making, business processes and models, and innovations like Internet of Things, big data, business networks, and mobile first to help businesses run simple in the digital economy. Now, what are the advantages of SAP S4 HANA? Smaller total data footprint, higher throughput, faster analytics and reporting, less process steps, and ERP, CRM, SRM, SCM, PLM all co-deployed. They're all together deployed in the SAP S4 HANA platform. No locking, we have parallelism, actual data 25% and historical data 75% is still there in the system. Unlimited workload capacity, predict, recommend and simulate the data. SAP HANA multi-tenancy capabilities. All data, social, text, geo, graphical, processing, entire thing can be consolidated to SAP S4 HANA. New SAP Fiori UX for any device like mobiles, desktops, tablets, etc. Choice of deployment, you have a choice of going for on-premise deployment or cloud deployment or hybrid, in which you can either go for a part on-premise and a part on cloud as well. Now, can I use LSMW in SAP S4 HANA? This very frequently used asked question. So the legacy system migration workbench LSMW should only be considered as a migration tool for SAP S4 HANA for objects that do not have interfaces or content available after carefully testing for each and every object. The use of LSMW for data load to SAP S4 HANA is not recommended, and it's on the customer's own risk. What are the data migration tools available then? If we are not going for LSMW, what are the other features that we have to migrate the data into SAP S4HANA? SAP S4HANA, we have a couple of data migration tools. They are SAP S4HANA Migration Cockpit with Migration Object Modeler called MOM, and SAP Data Services, SAP DS, and SAP RDM, that's Rapid Data Migration Content. So these are the tools for data migration in SAP S4HANA. What is SAP DS? SAP DS stands for SAP Data Services, provides capabilities for data extraction, transformation and load, as well as data quality management and text data processing. The ETL capabilities of the tool can be used free of charge, but the data quality features require a data services license. And what is SAP RDM? The rapid deployment data migration based on SAP Data Services software is offered to migrate data into SAP S4HANA on-premise. This content has been specifically built for the new SAP S4HANA target system, its interfaces and data structures. The content is free of charge and can be downloaded from SAP Service Marketplace. SAP S4HANA Migration Cockpit. This is the most important migration tool that we have, which is the latest one, and we are suggested by SAP that we should be using Migration Cockpit more than anything else to migrate the data from non-SAP or SAP systems to our SAP S4HANA system. S4HANA Migration Cockpit is an automated migration tool provided with pre-configured content and mapping for each migration object. For all major functional areas like product, customer, bank, profit center, cost center, plant, GL migration, migration objects are predefined and their sequence and dependency is also defined. Each migration object contains its own predefined template in which source data is uploaded. Automatic mapping is done in the source and target structures using the template. Migration programs are automatically generated for validating data, simulating data, and loading it into the target system. Now, how can I access Migration Cockpit? Migration Cockpit is a browser-based interface. No additional setups or activation is required once we set up the SAP S4HANA system. If you're using the Migration Cockpit on-premise system, we can use the transaction code LTMC. It will open MC, the Migration Cockpit, on a new web browser. If you're using a cloud system, you can choose an option manage your solutions on the launchpad. You can see an option there as manage your solutions. Click on it and you will be able to see the Migration Cockpit. Now, why should I use Migration Cockpit? The key features of Migration Cockpit. So you can also be asked a question like what are the key features of Migration Cockpit, or what are the advantages of Migration Cockpit? This tool is embedded and delivered with SAP S4HANA system built in. No programming is required by the customer. This tool is used to migrate data from SAP or non-SAP systems to S4HANA. This tool has a predefined migration object which contains a mapping for all master and transactional data. It reduces migration cost and time. Migration activities are predefined and easy to use. Now, what are the steps to migrate data using the Migration Cockpit? Now, if you have a file, let's consider that there is a file, XML file from the source system. We get it into the template. Now, the template contains the list and details of all mandatory optional fields for migration object. Then we have that data will be moved and we upload the data from template to the staging table. And this staging table will have the data uploaded and it can be viewed and edited here at the staging table level. Then we activate and transfer uploaded data to the target system. The edited data, we will validate it and then we will load the data into the target system. So before loading the data into the target system, we validate the data, we do the data mapping, we simulate the data, and then we'll load the data, and that data will go and sit in the HANA database. So these are the steps. So template, staging table, and the validations. What is active methodology? SAP Activate is an implementation methodology used in SAP S4 HANA projects, and it's a unique combination of three core pillars: SAP guided configuration. We should know what exactly is SAP guided configuration, SAP best practices, and methodology. It is a successor of the Accelerate SAP or ASAP methodology, Accelerated SAP, and SAP Launch methodology. It also provides complete content and guidance to each team for our project. Now, what are the phases in Activate methodology? Discover, prepare, explore, realize, deploy, run. First one is discover, second prepare, third explore, fourth realize, fifth deploy, sixth run. Now, what are the advantages of HANA database? We all know the advantages of HANA database, but you should be able to tell it in a very point-wise, crystal clear definition kind of a thing in the interview. So that's the reason I've framed this one as well. So advantages of HANA database are in-memory database, columnar storage versus row storage, OLTP versus OLAP capabilities, that's online transactional processing and online analytical processing capabilities in single system. No aggregation required and saves time. Now, what is in-memory database in SAP? So an in-memory database means all the data from source system is stored in a RAM memory. So SAP HANA in-memory database consumes no time in loading the data from hard disk to RAM. So it provides faster access of data to multi-core CPUs for information processing and analysis. So in short, you can explain in your own terms that we have a data stored in the database, and as well as the entire data that we have in the database is also stored temporarily in the RAM as well. So when you are fetching the data, you are actually fetching it from the RAM, and the RAM need not go to the database and get the data. That's what you need to explain in the interview. So what is SAP RDS? SAP RDS stands for Systems, Applications and Products is the SAP full form, and Rapid Deployment Solutions are pre-configured applications that allow companies to deploy software in weeks or months for a set price. The applications are designed to address one area of functionality of SAP's larger enterprise applications and addresses a specific function or need. Now, on which version did you work? Which SAP version? So you have a lot of on-premise releases that you should be aware of. SAP S4 HANA Finance was released in 1503. It had a lot of features specifically related to finance. The rest of all the modules were working normally as it used to work in the previous ECC versions. SAP S4 HANA 1511 November 2015. S4 HANA Finance 1605 May 2016. S4 HANA 1610 October 2016. S4 HANA 1709 September 2017, and S4 HANA 1809 September 2018, and S4 HANA 1909 September 2019. We have a simple way of understanding this. If you see the version name, the first two digits are the year in which it was being launched, and the next two digits is the month in which it was being launched. So if we see 1909, 19 is the year, and 2019 is the year, and 09 is the month in which it was being launched. And what are the release details? So the release details are like, you might have a question like, when HANA 1.0 was released or when HANA 2.0 was released. So there are many questions that can come up in this diagram which you see in front of you. So research on in-memory database technology begins in the 2006 year. And in 2010, SAP releases ramp-up version of SAP HANA to selected customers. It was kind of a beta version. And SAP officially launched SAP HANA 1.0 in 2011. Then SAP HANA Cloud Platform, now it is known as the SAP Cloud Platform, released in the 2012. Then we have SAP, then moved to SAP Business Suite on SAP HANA in 2013. Then SAP S4 HANA released in 2015, and SAP HANA Express Edition was released in 2016, and SAP HANA 2.0 was released in 2017. These are very important dates. Now, what is SAP Fiori? SAP Fiori is a new user experience for SAP software and applications. It's a user experience. What you see on the screen is called user experience. It provides a set of applications that are used in regular business functions like work approvals, financial applications, calculation applications, and various self-service applications. SAP has developed Fiori applications or Fiori apps used based on the user interface UI5. Now, what is OpenUI5? OpenUI5 is a JavaScript application framework designed to build cross-platform responsive enterprise-ready applications. It is an open source object maintained by SAP SE, available under the APAC 2.0 license and open to contributions. OpenUI5's core is based on JavaScript, jQuery, and LESS. What is SAP UI5 then? UI5 is nothing but a development tool kit for HTML5. It contains lot of predefined JavaScript library to design new user interface. UI5 is mainly developed for SAP Mobility, which means Fiori. UI5 is a framework based on MVC pattern. By using this framework, developer can easily build web applications. What is SAP SDK? SAP Cloud Platform SDK for Android provides development tools for creative native Android mobile applications that use SAP Cloud Platform mobile services. The SDK is based on Java programming language and is built on top of Google's Android SDK. Now, how much time will it take for an SAP S4 HANA project to be implemented? Now, there are two ways of implementing SAP S4 HANA. One is to migrate from the SAP ECC version to SAP S4 HANA version. That is considered as a conversion project. So in typical S4 HANA system conversion project will take minimum of 4 months and maximum of 12 months, on an average 8 months. And if it's a full implementation, new implementation can be done either from, even there are customers who actually preferred going for new implementation rather than going for conversion from ECC to 6.0, ECC 6.0 to latest version. And in fact, like SAP S4 HANA new implementation is for all. Anybody who wants to come for the first time into SAP also can implement this, and it will take minimum 6 months and maximum 14 months, and the average is 11 months of time it will take to complete the SAP S4 HANA project and deploy it to the client. Thanks for watching, and I'll soon come back with part 2 and other versions of it, and I'll be covering a few more questions. And if you feel this is useful, you do share it with your friends and help them as well. And if you're looking out for new content, and do subscribe to our channel youtube.com/Softech, and you'll get updated with all the latest things in SAP. If you're looking out for any kind of trainings, you can contact us at training@softech.com, and if you're looking out for jobs, you can contact us jobs@softech.com. These are our email IDs. Thank you. Have a great day, and do write in the comments your suggestions and feedbacks, and I'd be definitely doing something about it. Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Vikramaditya here. Welcome to Softech. And in this session, I'm going to discuss with you all the question and answers, which are the latest ones, which have been asked in the recent interviews for all the modules. I have generalized these questions for all the modules, and if it's specific to a particular module, I'm going to discuss that in other session. And if you observe the questions that I have made in this particular session, we are almost based on HANA platform, and that is how the interview questions have been asked. Most of the interviews they are asking the questions based on HANA. So that's the reason most of the questions will be based on HANA platform. Now, in which project did you work? So if you have and I have, when I'm interviewing a couple of guys, they have told me that they're working in SAP project or S4 HANA project or in ECC project. Or they are also they also said me that they're working in SAP FICO project. No, there will be different types of projects in SAP which we need to know and we need to tell in the interview. So they are implementation project, support or maintenance project, upgradation project, migration project, and roller project. So if you anytime get a question which project you are working in, you should be telling them this answer. Any of this should be your answer. Like either if you're working in implementation project, you should say that I'm working in implementation project. I'm going to explain you about all these different types of projects in another session. If I already made a session for this, you can search in our channel, or I'll also make a new session on this particular types of projects. And what are the different HANA types of projects? So we'll in implementation of SAP S4 HANA, what are the different types of scenarios or projects that we have? We have one is new implementation project, system conversion, and landscape transformation. And I'll be explaining about these three scenarios again in the coming sessions, but in this I'm going to only discuss from the question and answer perspective. The new implementation, system conversion, and landscape transformation. What is the system landscape of your project in SAP S4 HANA or any other mod? So basically we all know that the system landscape of any of the project, we are all aware of this question, but still I've just placed it because people are getting confused whether do we have any other landscape in the S4 HANA platform. So development server, quality server, pre-production server, and production server. As we know, pre-production server is optional. Explain the differences between the HANA database and the HANA platform. HANA database is a hybrid in-memory database. This database is known as the heart of SAP in-memory technology. SAP HANA platform is called the development platform with in-memory storage. So in short, the HANA database is a database. It's something which will store the data, but platform is something from which we'll access it. Is called a development platform with in-memory data storage. This facility allows the user to perform the analysis of a large volume of data, that too in a real time. This platform works as a platform for development. It also provides infrastructure and tools for building a high performance application. What are the additions in SAP HANA? So we have different additions in SAP HANA. SAP HANA Platform Edition, SAP HANA Enterprise Edition, and SAP HANA Extended Edition. So SAP HANA Platform Edition provides a core database technology. There is an integration of SAP components including SAP HANA Database, SAP HANA Studio, and SAP HANA Clients. All this put together is called SAP HANA Platform Edition. And it is for customers who already have a license for SAP Business Objects, Data Services, and when they want to use ETL based applications as well. So SAP HANA Enterprise Edition, this edition contains data provisioning, SLT, BODS, and DXC components, including core data technologies. It is only for customers who want to use trigger-based replication, that is ETL-based replication, and does not have the entire necessary license required for SAP Business Object Data Services, that's BODS. So if they don't have, then we'll go for SAP HANA Enterprise Edition. Then we have the SAP HANA Extended Edition. This edition contains data provisioning, the features more than any other platform enterprises edition. It is a perfect choice for the customers who want to use the full potential of all available replication scenarios, even the log based replication as well. What are the advantages of HANA? Why customers are going for HANA? So the first and foremost is in-memory technology, which helps users to explore and analyze the transactional analytical data in real time, virtually, and also from any data source. The aggregation of data can be done from more than one source in SAP HANA. In SAP HANA, real-time replication services can be used. It can access and replicate data from SAP ERP. Information modeling and design environment are always available. It also has SQL and MDX interface from the third-party support system, and this is an add-on advantage for users. HANA Studio tasks. What are the tasks of an HANA Studio or a HANA developer? HANA Studio informs which tables have been stored in HANA. You can check the different tables that we have in HANA through the HANA Studio, and its first part is to get the metadata, and then the job of scheduling data replication starts. If it manages data services to enter the data from SAP Business Warehouse or any other system into the SAP HANA platform. It manages the ERP instances connection, because the current release version does not support connection to various other ERP instances. And what are the techniques of compression in SAP HANA? There will be different types of techniques to compress the data in HANA. So we have run length encoding, cluster encoding, and dictionary encoding. I repeat, this is very important concept: run length encoding, cluster encoding, and dictionary encoding. What is the role of master controller job in SAP HANA? The role of master controller job in SAP HANA is as follows. So the master controller job is liable for creating the database triggers and also for logging the table into the source system. So it basically takes care of whether the database triggers have happened or not happened. The master controller also plays the role of creating the synonyms. It also liable to create new entries in the admin tables in SLT server when a table is been replicated. What are the various components in SAP HANA? There will be different components in SAP HANA. They are HANA Database, HANA Studio, HANA Appliance, HANA Application Cloud. Why enterprises are shifting to a HANA platform? So, every implementation which is happening right now in SAP is done on SAP HANA platform only. So, the advantages already we have discussed, but there are few more advantages why the clients are moving from ECC server to HANA, SAP S4 HANA. So it has got SAP HANA provide real-time data provisioning and real-time reporting of data. Speed, it's very fast. So SAP HANA provides a high-level speeds processing on massive data, and this is due to the in-memory technology. Open to data source. SAP HANA can access various data sources without any issues, including the structured and unstructured data from SAP or non-SAP sources as well. Cloud, SAP HANA application and database can be easily deployed on the cloud environment. Simplicity, SAP HANA is the best known for its simplicity. It also reduces the efforts behind the ETL process, data aggregation, indexing, and mapping. Cost factor also, SAP states that SAP HANA software can reduce the total IT cost of any company. Choice option available, SAP HANA is supported by the different hardware vendors and has a list of software providers as well. So based on the requirement, the user has too many options to from which he can choose the best one. So what are the advantages of SAP SLT? Those who don't know what is SLT, let me tell you that SLT is the system landscape transformation concept, which has been used to get the data from some, let's say, ECC server, which will have the legacy database like Oracle server or SQL server. From there to move it to the SAP HANA platform. For that, we basically use the SAP SLT server. It works on trigger-based approach. Therefore, such an approach has no measurable performance impact in the source system. This also offers to filter the capability and transformation of data. It offers the real-time data replication. It is fully integrated with HANA Studios. So, SLT is a concept to replicate the data from ECC to our HANA Studio. The role, what is the role of SAP Solution Manager SOLMAN? I've observed that most of the SAP consultants are not aware of this SOLMAN, which has been recently introduced by SAP 7.2 in SAP S4 HANA. So the Solution Manager 7.2 facilitates change towards outcome-based delivery. Use Solution Manager 7.2 with best practice to deploy SAP S4 HANA. It acts as a ERP for SAP projects. So to run the SAP projects, this will navigate us to what to do in the entire process. It helps with fit to standard analysis, document scope requirement, and project management, etc. So I'm going to make another session on SOLMAN, if at all, if you want to know about Solution Manager, which is extremely important for us to get more clarity on the implementation projects in SAP. I'll make a video on it. Just write to me in the comments, and I'll be very happy to do that. So benefits of Solution Manager for SAP S4 HANA: all methodology, accelerators, and tools to customer in one area. Modern Fiori interface. Track the build process, build cycles, etc. even from your mobile phones. Tools for best practices like test scripts are available, process diagrams are available, configuration documents, etc. and templates. Extremely flexible templates are also available in this SOLMAN tool or Solution Manager tool. So now here this SOLMAN helps to keep track of changes. It is a single source of truth for the project. So the transport requests are being processed through the SOLMAN, the solution manager. Reporting in project reporting, we have SOLMAN has a solution readiness dashboard to track team members' activities. Now, what are the phases of in activate methodology? We all know that in SAP S4 HANA implementation project, we are going to adopt activate methodology. So we should be aware of the basic phases of the activate methodology. They are prepare, explore, realize, and deploy. I'm going to talk more about activate methodology. I've already made a session on activate methodology. You can search for that in our channel. But if you want to be a perfect you want to have more knowledge on activate methodology, I'll make a few more sessions on activate methodology and post it. Let me know in the comments. Prepare, explore, realize, deploy are the phases of activate methodology. Prepare, explore, realize, and deploy. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what are the other topics that you would like to know, like to see the videos upon in the future. Do write it in the comments. I'll try to make my best of whenever time permits me. And if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe at youtube.com/Softech. And if you are looking out for any kind of trainings, you can contact us training@jsfd.com. And if you're looking out for any kind of jobs, you can contact us at jobs@jsfd.com. And please do share this video with all who are in the SAP field. It might help them as well. Thank you. Have a great day. This is a part 1 of our latest questions on SAP. I'd come back with more part 2 and other parts, extended parts as well in the very near future, because I cannot inculcate all the question and answers which have been asked in the interviews in one video. So I'm going to make these videos in the future. And do let me know any questions that you have faced in an interview, and I'll try to make an answer for that. Thank you. Have a great day.